Would you prefer I send you chocolates next time?
You're looking for a thank you. Maybe you should write your name on the card next time.
I'm afraid I didn't come to woo you, Zelena. I came to warn you.
About what?
You have a visitor from Oz.
What? Who?
Let's just say a werewolf crash landed here. Feisty, looks good in red.
Oh, that's impossible, not after what I did to her.
Must have been quite, well, wicked for her to chase you all the way down here.
Wicked doesn't begin to describe it. Whatever goodwill I've earned with my sister will evaporate the minute she learns the truth of what I did to their friend. I need to leave before they find me.
The underworld? Easier said than done.
Need I remind you, I'm very much alive. And I have my own way home.
And your daughter, you're just gonna leave her down here?
No, she's why I'm leaving. If I stay, if I face that wolf, I'm just gonna do something else that I'll regret. And then Regina will never let me see her again.
You certainly won't get your daughter back by running. Stay. Face them.
Let me guess with you.
We make quite a team. You can trust me, Zelena. I'll give you everything you want.
Sorry, Hades. My time in the underworld is over.
Do what you must. But just know, either way, I'm gonna take care of that wolf.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that just as much as I did, because I found this scene to be extremely compelling. And in Our Decay, I felt Rebecca Mader's abilities as an actress really got to shine. I felt that she completely owned that episode, which she really did. You can't argue with me there. And in this scene, she owned it. She is so good at her job. She's fantastic. I just love watching any scene with Rebecca Mader in it because, A, I love the character of Zelena, and I really feel that Rebecca is just completely owning everything. Greg Germann, I've noticed he's become very, very stoic in his performance, or very monotone, I should say. And it's to a point where it's like, show a little emotion. James Woods, one of the great things about him and his performance as Hades in Hercules was, he would go from being, suave and calm to being extremely hot-tempered and to even being comical. Greg Germann, on the other hand, is just like, Zelena, do you want to join me? And it's just like, come on, play it up. Like, try to be charming, be suave. But that's more actually about his performance than what he's given, because I actually really like the lines that Hades was saying here, especially with how he says he's going to get rid of Ruby. So what did Zelena do to Ruby and Oz? That's, I think, the big question that we're going to find out in the flashback. Clearly there's a battle between Ruby, Mulan, and Dorothy that we saw from a trailer, which I discussed, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Clearly it's bad. It's beyond wicked, as Zelena said, which is interesting. But what I love is that Zelena is feeling regret over what she's done. She's also worried about losing goodwill towards Regina, because Regina obviously has a temporary custody of her daughter, and she wants to be able to see her daughter. And I love the fact that she's so concerned about her past actions. Obviously, had she not have done them, she wouldn't even have this issue. But she's so concerned of what she did, of what she's done, that it could ruin what happened with her and Regina, and lose the custody of the baby. So I really like that. Though it does seem a little bit out of character that Zelena would want to run instead of face her fears. But at the same time, maybe it's in character. Clearly, I just said two very opposite statements. But I feel that Zelena would want to face her problems head on. But I guess this new reformed Zelena is a little bit more cowardice than what she was before. Maybe she's the cowardly lion to some degree. I'm kidding. But I really love the fact that she's so nervous of what could have happened, of what happened between her and Ruby, and how it could affect her relationship with Regina. She clearly loves her daughter, who's in the custody of Regina. But I really just I love those little bits of lines. I also love how she's able to give it right back to Hades about her saying to him, don't court me, pretty much, is what she said. And I thought that was great. She's very witty. She's when she's around him, because she doesn't really care about him. She doesn't trust him. And I love the fact that she's sticking to that. I'm really curious as to what Hades will try to do to Ruby. Like, why is Hades after her? And I know posing that is irrelevant, because it's obviously going to be answered. And he's clearly after her because of the fact that Zelena and her have a history. But it's like, do you just want her down there as a soul, or do you want her down there to show Zelena that you'll do whatever you can to protect her? But at the same time, Zelena doesn't want that. So I think the sneak peek highlighted a few interesting things. The first one being Zelena doesn't want to lose any goodwill towards her baby or towards Regina about her baby. She's very anxious about what she's done, which I really like. It's just amazing. I know I've harped on this for a little while, but I really love the fact that she cares so much about her child that she's trying to really reform. She's the new Regina. I'm hoping that she just kind of gets it, and in the end will atone for her sins. And Hades, at the same time, he's trying to help Zelena, and Zelena is rejecting him. And I think that is in character. She doesn't want to deal with Hades. She doesn't want to be burdened by Hades' affection. So overall, I would say this was a stunning sneak peek. I really, really loved it. Greg Germain just needs to improve his performance, but Rebecca Mader made it beautiful. So share your thoughts about the sneak peek in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in to my review of it. It was really excellent. I'm really looking forward to Ruby Slippers, and hopefully we'll get one more sneak peek that will have a little bit of a flashback. And I'm just so looking forward to talking about this episode on Sunday. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk later. Also, guys, I started a Patreon account for me and Joe. If you guys want to support us there, that'd be great. There's some really cool options. So make sure to check that out, and make sure, if you like this video, to subscribe to RandJReviews and Other Robert. Bye, guys.